Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today is the day. What if Bell was the son of Tony Stark? Part 1. So I will begin the story off from when Bell was actually really curious about what his father was working on. And he was a bit older. He was at 16. And Bell was taller than expected for a 16-year-old. But he had the same intelligence as his father, Bell, did. But Bell is a bit smarter than him. Just by 1%, I'll say. Because Tony Stark, his brain is amazing. And today, guys, I want you to tell me in the comments, should Bell have the classic red and yellow, like red and, like that one? Or would you want me to put that one as his, like, main suit when he gets the blade? Because this, if you think about it, the blade, like, also grows with him, so I'm saying the armor will also grow with him. The more it grows, the more it evolves, and the more it advances to the Bell's, like, specifications. But anyway, Bell was actually volunteered for a test to another dimension, or to another world. And Bell wanted to try this. So he did, but something went wrong. Bell said to Stark, he says, "Dad, so I have the equipment equipped. What if I do if something happens to me?" Then Tony said, "Well, son, you have your genius brain. Also, I can't allow any tech in there with you. If I did, the portal detects anything that's metal, it will shred you. So that synthetic suit should help you. However, son, I'm uploading some schematics into your helm. However, the battery runs out for it. If you get to that world, it will make a distress signal far across the universe so I can locate you, son. I also sent you some schematics for some other armor that I had kept top secret in my spare time." Bell says to his dad's like, "Dad, did you really make all these armors when Mom wasn't there?" Tony said yes, and what is more peculiar is your white hair. Never once in my family had white hair. So, yeah, that's the starter. So, it should be interesting if future generations have white hair. That would be interesting, son. But anyway, are you ready for the portal? Bell said, "Yes, I am, Dad." All of Tony's staff is there in case if something happens. Tony says, "Okay, son, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Step in the portal." Bell steps in the portal. He arrives at this place into a grassy field, and he put out a drone out of his arm, and the drone scanned the whole area. The island did not look like Earth, and they did it. They made a portal to another world. But as to be expected, the portal short-circuited due to an idiot leaving his tools there. The tool got stuck into the portal and started to shred the portal like so much that it exploded, and the technology for it was pretty damaged. So Stark said it would take him years to remake the technology as it was before. So Stark said that my son is lost at his funeral, but he's not forgotten. If my son is still alive out there, we will come rescue him. However, Tony Stark is still searching for his son, even his daughter, since Tony's passing in that time. But anyway, on to Bell. As Bell looks at the portal closing, he begins trying to run at it, but a piece of metal just went straight through his arm and broke it. And Bell runs away from the portal. The portal makes a huge blast of energy, and the grass around it, it's like 2 meters burnt. And Bell's like, Damn it, that was my only way home. But Belle just shrugged it off, just tries to think. If I want to get off this world, I have to make the same technology my dad did. Let's see. Let's see how much schematics I have. Belle looks how much schematics that his dad sent him. The schematics were so much. They were like hours and hours of They were so long. But Belle found out that his dad put the Mark II armor, Mark I armor in there, and Mark II. Belle look at what it would take to make these, but Belle thought it was out of the question to make Mark II. But Belle could probably make Mark I. And it was true, shitty, but Tony made a few modifications to it, a bit more advanced for no tech, at least. So Belle took off his suit and began taking off his suit and putting on those clothes that he had, or you know what? I'm gonna say his suit fabricated into those clothes, so because when Belle saw the world, it looked like it was not advanced. So Belle decided to command his suit to make it look like a natural commoner walking into a city. So Belle did so, but in doing so, the battery was almost drained. It was at 50%. So Belle decided to take the battery off, but that means the suit is now completely drained of energy, and it will look like that forever now. But Belle had the battery for it. And Belle also spared just a little bit of energy just to make a little. He made eye contacts that matched his eyes, red. And when he put them on, it was like he was in Tony Stark's armor. He just sees like the hologram, like a hologram, like projections of like all the schematics. However, that's actually for Belle. Those won't run out of power until the battery is. Anyway, as Belle begins walking into the wilderness for a few days, he finds a city, and it's a city where the dungeon is. He wondered what it was, that tall building. Belle didn't see that on his scanner because it was too high for his camera to see. However, Belle was scanning the tower. It looked to be going up to the highest peak, but it was like it was infinite. Belle scanned it, and his scanners couldn't even reach the peak. It said the numbers were above, I don't know, 2 million like stories high, but Belle just made that as estimate since his vision did. However, Belle begins going to the city, and it just starts to rain all of a sudden. And Belle thought it wasn't supposed to rain, but it was fate, I guess. Well, then Belle just begins to go into the city, asking around if he could get some information or join someone. But none of them accepted him because everyone thought of him as weird because he had white hair and red eyes. So Belle just sat there on the street, just minding his own business, and he saw this black-haired girl wearing white clothes, and he has to test you. She falls over because no one will accept her no one will go come into her guild. So Belle just decide not Belle yeah Belle Stark decides to go up to her and say, "Hey, do you want me to join your familia or something? I don't. I'm pretty new to this town, so." Hestia's eyes being glowing bright with joy that someone actually is joining her. And Belle says, "Okay, you don't need to be," in his mind, "man, you don't need to be this happy. I'm just joining so I can actually know what this place is called." and I can't speak the language, he's saying in his head. Hestia's like, thank you! I've been looking for someone to join my familia. Hestia, of course you guys know, because Belle's a fucking... I'm just saying this one, Belle's also an idiot for not noticing that Hestia's like trying to do the moves on him, because just do the moves, they just bounce right back off of him. Like a magnet trying to connect to a penny. As Belle begins like staying there for the next 2 months. The first time hearing monsters, then he just says monsters. Damn. However, my suit's capacity and then for these 2 months I've lowered up to 27%. I can't use it anymore. If I use it anymore, then I'm screwed. And I won't be able to make the stress beacon any longer. So I might as well save the power it has left. And Belle says, this is going to be a really hard world as Hestia is sleeping on the couch in the abandoned church. As Belle's like just sitting outside of it, just sighing, just like fuck it. Belle looks up the schematics for the Mark 1. So Belle decides to make it. But of course, he's not really good with tools. His father is. His father wanted to teach him, but Belle never wanted to because he was too busy reading technology that his dad made. So Tony Stark actually put a little program into his visor just to tell him what to do. And it just worked. As everyone's going to the dungeon, you know what? No, fuck that. He doesn't have the Mark 1. He has the Mark 2, but Bell's like, did make a Mark 1, but it didn't turn out well. He tested its flying capabilities, but it fell over and broke apart, so Bell is capable of making it, so he got it. However, Bell needed to have the proper parts, not the proper parts, yeah, the proper parts and equipment and yeah, and metal and power. So Bell saved up his money to get the materials. That's when Ein saved him. Bell gets up from the huge bloody pie. Looks like he's like, "Thank you, thanks for saving me. My name's Bell. What's your name?" Ainz looks at him and says, "My name's Ainz." "Nice to meet you." And Bell just slowly walks away from her. And Ainz just says, "What's that kind of reaction?" He wasn't scared at all. And Bell was not scared. He had a plan. But Ainz came up to him and saved him. As Bell begins killing all the lower level monsters, gets back down. And everyone's freaking out because he has blood all over him. He gets himself cleaned up. After 2 days, he's been designing his ass off, making sure everything's in working order. Now he has the Mark II. And yes, everyone was like, for Mark 1, everyone's like, what the fuck was that noise? They didn't know what it was. And so, when the Mark II was done, Bell was happy. It took him fucking 2 months to make it properly. You know what? Yeah, it took him 2 months to make it. Another 2 months. And Ainz is just wondering who that guy was. And she's like wondering if no one taught him how to fight, because Bell kind of knows how to fight, but he doesn't know how to fight really well. Yeah, so Bell now has Mark II. As Belle's putting on the Mark II, Hestia wakes up in the next two. She wakes up from her job as like she has to go to job, making sure she can actually provide Belle and her, and also Belle also provides because he's doing the dungeon, but he has to spend some of his money on the equipment, but he has leftover money on spending on food. So when Belle was done making what Mel getting a huge feast for Hestia, Hestia took a little nap as she was done eating, and Belle was also done eating, and he also unlocked his secret, like a secret door leading to an underground place. So when Hestia woke up, she saw the door close, and she wondered, "I didn't know that was there. What has he been doing all this time?" She scratches her head and she tries to guess where the button is. Would it be this? And he was right, and she was right. It was a fake tile on the wall. When she and when it was pressed, the door revealed itself to be a stairway leading all the way down in like a circular way. As as it was done, as she was being going down, she sees Belle suiting up in this futuristic tech, and Hestia says, "Belle." Belle's like, "Oh, goddess, I can explain." Hestia says, "You better explain, because otherwise, I'm gonna be pretty. Otherwise, Belle, I am gonna be pretty ticked off if you were wasting all our money on this." Belle says, "Yes, I have, but I have been saving our money and for a treat for you, so I can actually for sorry guys, sorry if I'm stuttering. My idea for this is not still developing, so my passion for this will not die." Sorry guys, I need to check my phone. Okay. Asbel. Asbel was wondering, like, what the fuck? How'd she get into this room? And she explains that he was wasting all the money on this gear, but also he also was saving up the little that he had into that jar over there. Hestia turns. She sees the jar full of gold of his like leftover saving, like the leftover gold. It was about 15 gold in there. And Hestia says, "Okay, Belle. If that's it, then that's it. However, I'm wasting the gold on food and supplies. Is that fair?" Belle says, "Yes, goddess." And now Belle begins to put on the helmet. And of course, Belle made an AI. I'm calling this AI. I'm calling it Jarvis because I want Jarvis. However, it's like Jarvis. Jarvis's voice is a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. Sir. Okay, no, never mind. Sir, your suit is ready. I'm detecting 100% capacity. However, we still need to do a simulation of the flying test. And Belle says, "What's the point of that? Come on, let's test this thing out." As Hestia's like, "Okay, Belle, but I don't know if that's safe." Belle's like, "I built this. My dad used this, so yeah." And Hestia's like, What do you mean your dad used this?" Belle says, "I should not have opened my fat mouth." Hestia looks at Belle with that look, just saying, "What have you been hiding from me?" And of course, Belle made an arc reactor. It wasn't easy. It took him like so many attempts, but he finally managed to do one. Now that Belle has the Mark II, he begins flying it. As both Hestia and Belle are outside at night. No, I'm gonna say it's in the day because I want to. Belle says, "Okay, testing flight controls." And Belle begins flying, and he begins going straight up. Says, "Woo! This is fun!" And yeah, Belle uses like his fucking jet boot. Like he went supersonic fast, and everyone's hearing the noise. However, when people are looking, trying to look where is that noise coming from, they just see someone. They just see something flying. They didn't see who it was. Didn't know who it was actually, because he was going so fast. However, this is when Bell realized that he didn't put the coating on, and the suit froze up as he went higher and higher. And Bell's like, "Fuck, shit, shit, shit." Okay, Jarvis, Jarvis, and Bell's like, "Fuck, the ice must have froze my systems." So Bell reaches down for his left leg and pulls the pin and twists it and releases the cap for it. And Bell was like, and as Loki family were leaving the bar for since they already defeated a little monster, they saw someone flying, almost to them and fall onto them, but the guy managed to get control. He scraped the ground a little bit, but he was beginning to fly up. It was amazing. It was awesome. I'm gonna say it was awesome, guys. I'm sorry if this does not make sense. If you guys don't enjoy this video, I am terribly sorry. Sorry, guys. I just want to see how long have I been recording. 21 minutes. Okay, I'll end it off there. I'm sorry, guys, for me not posting much stuff. I've been trying to think of a good if I should start. So yeah. However, I am showing this, guys. If you guys can guess what the story of this guy will be, you guys will be correct in the comment section. Anyway, I should probably keep doing it like this so I don't hurt your eyes. And yes, there will be more of this with the Pacific Rim Black. As Deku was checking out Apex, or trying to tire out Apex, Apex began to rip apart Deku's arm, almost pulling it off. But Atlas Destroyer punched him, knocking him away. And I'm just going to end that off there, guys, because I don't want to spoil it for you yet. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, bye!